With the Christmas holiday only days away, children of the North Country were worried if Santa was going to visit due to COVID-19. Well, zooming straight from the North Pole, ABC 50 has a very special guest.
Hello!
Merry Christmas!
Oh, it is so good to see you. You look wonderful.
Well, thank you. It's good to see you, Isabel.
So, what I thought we would do today is I have some questions from some kids in the North Country because I thought, rather than coming from me, it would be great to get some questions from them to you. Get them
I
in
would
there.
love to do that.
Wonderful. All righty. So, I'm just going to start off by how are you? How is everything going with this crazy year and how are you preparing for Christmas?
Well, everyone at the North Pole is absolutely wonderful. We're all healthy and everything is good. Christmas is on schedule and we are going to have a banner Christmas year.
That is wonderful. I am so excited. I think we just got snow here in the North Country, so it's really starting to feel like Christmas, and I cannot wait. That is for sure.
I know about the snow. I've done a couple of test runs around the Watertown area and we're all set to go.
Oh, thank goodness. So I have a question from Charlie, and Charlie wants to know, are your reindeer ready and in shape for Christmas?
Oh, the reindeer are ready, and they've been eating their vegetables with a few Christmas cookies in between, and they're ready to go. And we've got a big sleigh to haul this year. Yeah, lots of toys for the good boys and girls.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm so glad. Well, Charlie also wants to know, and I have a feeling that maybe he's trying to sneak a trip to the North Pole, but he wants to know, do you ever let kids come and visit the North Pole?
Well, we really don't let kids come to the North Pole only because it's cold up there and it's not safe for children to be at the North Pole. But I've got a lot of elves there and no trips to the North Pole, I don't think. No.
Well, speaking of elves, Nolan wants to know how many elves you have.
Well, there are over 1,000 elves at the North Pole. And as the world gets bigger in population, we just keep adding elves so that we can keep up with making all those presents.
Okay, well, this one's from Ivy, and you don't have to take off your hat, but Ivy does want to know, what does your hair look like without your hat on?
Well, Ivy, my hair is just as white as my beard. And Santa doesn't take off his hat very much. He has a little bald spot right there. And he has hat hair because Santa wears his hat all the time because it's so cold. So it's a little flat on top, but it's the same color as his beard.
So, Amari would like to know, circling back to the reindeer,
Okay.
how do you make your reindeer fly?
Well, actually, I don't make the reindeer fly. Christmas magic makes the reindeer fly. And all the good little boys and girls out there that love their mommies and daddies and do all the things that they need to do and show all that Christmas spirit and all that Christmas love, that's what makes the reindeer fly.
Eliza wants to know why you use reindeer.
Well, reindeer are the only animal that we found that can fly and are strong enough to take care of the sleigh.
That
We
makes
tried
sense.
a whole bunch of different animals, but reindeer were the only ones that really worked out.
Okay, also, Abel wants to know, is your job hard?
I have the best job ever because I get to deal with good little boys and girls and I get to give them presents and on the most wonderful day of the year.
That is pretty special. I mean, I would love to have that job some days.
Absolutely.
RJ, so RJ, I know RJ, and he has an Elf on the Shelf. And I think a lot of kids in the North Country have either
Yes.
elves or fairies or something like that. So
Yep.
Arthur wants to know, is there a circumstance where a child is allowed to touch his or her elf?
Well, of course, the elf positions himself or herself all over the house, different times of the day or different days. And they're there for a reason so they can observe and make sure that everything is up to snuff, you know. If an elf fell off of a shelf, you certainly could pick it back up and put it back on the shelf. But where they are each day is where they should be. And you know, if they need to be dusted off or something, you could certainly do that.
Yeah, make sure they're okay, right? You don't want them to be hurt.
Oh no.
So Nella wants to know, out of all the people in the world, how did you become Santa?
Actually, I was born Santa. So I was always supposed to be Santa, and I always will be Santa.
This is kind of general, but what time on Christmas Eve, not to spoil anything, and hopefully everybody goes to bed so they don't mess it up, but what time do you think that you'll be visiting the North Country? And then specifically, a little girl named Isabel would like to know when you will be visiting Port Jervis, New York.
We are going to visit the North Country, of course, after everyone, all the little boys and girls are asleep in their beds, all tucked in and snug. Your name is Isabel, so I'm a little suspect of this question, Isabel. But I know exactly when I'm going to be in Port Jervis on Christmas Eve, but I can't tell you because I don't want you looking out the window trying to find me flying by your house.
Oh boy, well, I will let you keep that secret. I think that keeps the Christmas magic. Lucy would like to know, now obviously this year is a little bit different than years before, but I'm sure you're prepared for it because you are Santa.
Yes.
But are you scared about entering everybody's houses because of COVID?
Well, there's a little known secret that I'm going to let you guys know. But when you get the vaccination for COVID, they're giving you antibodies so that you can fight off that disease. Well, Santa has Santibodies. So he doesn't get COVID. And this has been confirmed by the CDC. Santa does not get COVID. So he is not afraid to come into your house if there's COVID in your house. And everything is going to be fine.
And so then this is one that I have always wondered too, because it's just an amazing job you have. But how do you get to everybody's house in just one night?
Christmas magic makes time stand still for Santa, so he can do an amazing amount of things in a very short period of time. Even though it takes Santa a long time to do them, it only seems like just a twinkling of an eye.
Have you had to quarantine before any of this?
Well, no quarantine for Santa because Santa can't get COVID. And certainly all of the elves and Mrs. Santa and everyone at the North Pole, we wear our masks just to protect everybody else. And we make sure that everybody washes their hands and disinfects and does all the things that the smarter people than Santa tell you to do so that everybody's going to be safe and everybody's going to be fine come Christmas Eve when I deliver all the presents.
Well, great. And that is really good to hear. Is there anything else that you want to say to kids in the North Country as we're only a couple days until Christmas now?
Well, just make sure that you're good and make sure you leave cookies and milk for Santa. Kind of a secret, Santa doesn't have a favorite cookie.
Oh my gosh.
All cookies. Every kind of cookie Santa loves. I get in a little trouble with Mrs. Claus over that, but I love all cookies. Leave the reindeer some carrot sticks or some celery and make sure I get a nice cold glass of milk and we'll be fine.
Well, Santa, thank you so much for zooming in to Watertown from the North Pole. You are awesome, and we really cannot wait for you to come visit us. And, good luck with everything, and we will be cherishing the Christmas magic.
Well, Merry Christmas, Isabel, and Merry Christmas to Northern New York. I can't wait to be there.
To all of you in the North Country, have a very, very happy holiday season. For ABC 50 Now, I'm Isabella Colello.